After a very social weekend, we awoke to a hectic rainstorm, so we wasted no time and quickly packed up our bus and got on our way.
I should probably fill you in on what we are currently doing. We have filled up our tanks completely full. We have made sure our batteries are charged. Everything's packed onto the bus, and we are actually heading on our first adventure trip to the Grampians, where we're really going to test the limits of the system and our ability to be off-grid and self-sufficient while on the road. We are making our way slowly back to the valley, back home to work for a bit, save up some money, and be home for a little while in normality. And while we're doing that, we're taking the opportunity to stop by in some pretty cool places that we've never been before on a very strict budget. So a pretty exciting time ahead of us. Quite the adventure.
Finding much better since we fueled up. Like no problem so far.
You can actually camp here. Not a bad spot. Looks like someone's already snatched it up. Not where we're going to be camping tonight though. Got fire pits too. The dog's found a friend. Come here. Oh my god, happy friend. Chaos 1 and Chaos 2. Cats up and about. Yes, having fun.
Once we got out far enough from Colac, we stopped off at Lake Bolac for some lunch cooked on none other than the stove in our home on wheels. Yummy! What's for lunch?
We're having snacks. Classic camping. Yep.
Yummy.
Eris? Lunch is over. Time to keep going. Not a bad spot to stop.
This trip to the Grampians was not only just a chance for us to explore something new, but it would also mark our first time relying on only what we had packed, charged, and on board the bus as far as utilities go. It was also the first time we would be heading into an unknown campsite, hoping that the bus would fit and not get stuck. And not to mention the fact that we also had to work on the road making these videos, so we will be testing the limits of our internet connection and reception in unknown lands.
I'm really excited for this little adventure of ours because it's really going to test our limits and our systems and how well we are prepared, even though we haven't really prepared. But it's also a chance for us to see somewhere completely new to both of us. I mean, Sam's seen Warrnambool, I've been to Ballarat, and so has he. All the places we've been to so far, we have been to before. But this is the first time where we're actually going to see something new to both of us. And not only that, I'm not sure if you guys know, but dogs aren't allowed in national parks in Australia, especially if you're from overseas. You may not have known that. Which means that we can't go to some pretty epic places in Australia, like the Grampians. Luckily though, we can use the Grampians as a great view and hopefully do a bit of a road trip there one day without the dogs, leaving them in our home. But otherwise, I'd be more than happy to settle for a great view because I'm pretty sure it's going to be epic from what I'm seeing so far. Can't wait, not long now. Alright my dudes, let's see the first off-grid site. Real adventure today, isn't it, boys? Where are we going, Eris? Wow. What's your little home doing? Alright, it's officially first spot of our little off-grid trip. Pretty busy, quite a few little vans and things, but we've got a pretty nice spot.
Freya's chosen moving spot this time. You're so chill, honey. Good girl, good girl. You like it under the seat, don't you? You weirdo. Alright, let's bring your brothers over. Not bad for our first little off-grid home.
Not bad.
Yeah?
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. So good.
With the hard work out of the way, we spent the evening relaxing by the fire, eating our favourite snacks and enjoying each other's company in this amazing new place. So we're parked up, but just noticed that we are leaking water. That's not good. We're leaking water.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a problem. I did notice before you did with the camera, and I have already assessed the situation.
Oh, that's why you said it that way.
Yeah, this is why you have the test runs. Yeah, all it is I filled the tanks completely 100% full, and we're slightly tilted backwards. So the tank the furthest to the back is at the lowest point, and the ventilation is leaking water, which means I need to connect all of the tanks together through the air ventilation, connect them all to one hose and put them higher than the highest point of the tank when we're parked up. And then what will happen is that as we tip, the water will run up the hose and not leak out everywhere. So we're not leaking from the bottom, we're leaking from the top.
So we're going to be okay?
We're going to be just fine. We just don't have extra excess water.
Flying fox.
Whoa!
There it is.
It went so far.
Yeah,
Where is it now?
it's in that tree just there.
He's going to jump over the bus.
I think it'll, fly over the other one as well.
I don't know if I caught it. Nah.
It's going to fly above the bus now. They're heading out to get groceries. There it is.
Oh, it went so far. Morning one of being off grid. It's a pretty good start. Pretty good view to wake up to. And now coffee, walk the dogs. I'll walk them more later. But the mission for the next few days is actually to get on top of all of our videos. We have so much that we have compiled over the last few weeks that we just haven't had a chance to stop and actually edit. And also our friend's internet wasn't the best, or we weren't getting much reception, from our internet at their place.
Sorry.
So we made sure that this place has good coverage, it's got a good view, because we are planning to stay put for the next few days for the most part. We might get out and explore every now and again, but for the most part we are going to be sitting right here and right here and doing some editing. Throughout our stay in the Grampians, I'm going to share with you how we balance work and exploration while living in our bus. And I'm going to include some of our favourite go-to recipes throughout. Soup for lunchtime. Chicken wings defrosting from the meat crew in Colac for dinner. This is officially the first time we are not on private property. Officially on private land.
Yeah.
Hold on, not private land.
Public land.
Public land.
We have to abide by rules.
Ty. I guess they're under control. We thought we would start the morning by taking the boys out for a walk to exert some of their energy and also take the chance to show you this beautiful free camping spot. Straight back into it. Not a bad view out this way either.
Yeah.
We've got the sun shining outside now, and just as I'm cleaning up the kitchen after breakfast, it got me thinking about some things that we have learnt since getting out onto the road. I didn't show you guys, but first thing in the morning I put on a load of dishes from the night before, things like plates, bowls and cutlery from whatever we cooked. And then I have a little pile of things like chopping boards and pots and pans that then I create a bit of a soapy water situation in the sink, and I clean up that as well as the plates from breakfast, and that kind of allows me to wash my hands as I go. It's accessible for all of the mugs of the morning, so then they can all dry. And then once the dishwasher is done, that's all of our dishes nice and clean, ready for the afternoon and the evening. I also have a pot of broth going for this afternoon. We love having broth in our house because it allows us to make things like soups. We can enhance all our meals with the broth and add heaps of nutrients and protein to them. And it's super easy to do with the carcasses we already save from our chooks. So really resourceful, really affordable, and doesn't set us back too much. I'm going to say that we'll probably cook our chicken wings on the fire tonight, and then the soup will be nice and warm for this afternoon, and we'll probably either make some dumplings or... oh no, I didn't take out the mince. Okay, we won't be making dumplings, but we might pull out something that we can have in the soup. Probably prawns. That's a nice easy one to defrost and have. Another thing that I always have in the freezer, I got a bit sidetracked, but some of the other things that we have learnt to do to make life easier, something really simple actually, is with our gas hot water, we used to have it switched on to 60 degrees, but we've noticed since switching it to 70 degrees that it actually stays hotter for a lot longer, and we have access to more hot water because we tend to only use the sink at half strength, while before we would have to turn it this way. But turning it this way actually brings out extremely boiling water. I mean, 70 degrees is nothing to laugh about. And then one last thing that we've learned is to utilize our solar system and the power that we have on the bus first thing in the morning and during the day. So we tend to use our induction cooker if we know we have lots of power to use up for things like slow cooks. Today and the next few days we're a little bit scarcer on our solar power, so we're feeling a bit nervous but hopeful that the sun is going to be enough to charge up our system, especially because we are on our laptops for a very long time these next few days. So we will fill you in as we go to how the solar system is holding up with our heavy usage.
We've been working hard all morning and it's time for a break, so I'm going for a swim.
Way too cold for a swim.
No, it's perfect weather. Look how sunny it is outside.
As soon as I dove in, my hands touched rock.
We're not as brave as Sam.
That is chilly water.
Such good boys. Once again, we find ourselves together in my kitchen. Right now I have some rice cooking and I'm going to whip up some sushi because we have prawns, we have smoked salmon, and I'm also going to make some like egg omelette so that we have some variety.
Okay, so we've made the rookie mistake of rocking up to a campsite and just picking the first camp that looked good and was available. But there are actually quite a lot of campsites in this area, and I just went and scouted them. We are very shaded here, so we're not getting much solar, and we're here to work. We're here to edit, so we're using our battery, and running a generator is not ideal because there's so many people around us. And there's actually a couple of campsites around that don't have public access toilets. We don't need public access toilets, but there's no one in those spots because they need a toilet. So we've kind of made the call to move over there. We can let the dogs run free, we can relax and get our work done, and it's still beautiful. It's still bushland, and we've got plenty of day to get over there, so we're going to do that.
That was the quickest pack down ever.
We weren't plugged in, it was an easy pack down.
Just need to do the bike and I'm following Sam.
Back.
Goodbye, busy campground. He keeps stopping and I have a feeling that I didn't lock the cupboards, so they've probably opened up. But these are the sacrifices we make for our dogs to have a free run around, get some energy out, and also for our solar panels to pump in some of that sunlight. Some very quick packing up with most likely lots of things forgotten. One minute later, we're here. Digger's Rest, East Entry. Oh, that's a pretty epic view right there. How bloody good's this? I don't think this is a bad view. How good's that? and way more private so that the dogs can play. Come on, let the dogs out. Yay! This is awesome. I like this way better. I like my view with trees. Our bare feet.
Yeah.
Feels like summer.
And because there's no toilet here, no one's here. And
Yeah.
we have a toilet, so we're sweet.
We're so good.
Yeah.
Empty campsite.
Yep.
Woo! And happy doggies! Whee!
Right now at 4 p.m. we're getting between 280 and 350 watts of solar. And we would have been getting that all day. That's kind of pretty much what we've been using while we're using our computers and just cooking, which is great, but it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We could have been getting much better solar, 600 to 700 in the middle of the day, which is exactly what we're going to get here. Much more ideal. So I'm actually just running the generator right now, just to recoup the last of it, and because the generator doesn't run at full capacity for what the inverter can take in, we're actually still collecting solar. So we're going to, in a very short amount of time, get the full charge in the battery, and then we can shut it off and we don't have to worry about power. Hopefully not for another 48 hours. Hopefully we get lots of sun tomorrow.
What an adventure this is turning into, and so many learning opportunities, from how much we need to unpack, how much we need to pack up, and the limits of our system as well. Loving it.
What's the best shot? These ones.
The sun is just setting, and so we've decided to head out with the dogs, go for a bit of a walk, collect some firewood sticks so that we can get a fire going just outside our window. It is getting chilly though, so definitely putting on a jacket. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Did you enjoy our mini move today? Did you enjoy our mini move? Yes. Let's go. Come here. Yeah. Sit. Doggy.
With work done for the day, we enjoyed our private outdoor space and cooked up some chicken wings and salad for dinner. This spot was a highlight of mine. Being able to get a taster of our life on the road balancing work and exploration was such a thrill.
Quarter. Back where you belong. No cats outside. You can't hang with us. You can watch from the window.
Never been here before.
Got our work done, so we're allowed to explore now.
Woo! And we've come to Hole's Gap and it looks stunning. Let's get a coffee. Yay! Hi, where are you going? You're supposed to be in the video. The next day, our day ran fairly the same, but in the afternoon we decided we needed to explore the area before we headed off completely. So we ventured to Hall's Gap, where we had a coffee with a great view, some chips, and some unexpected guests. Alright, get your coffee. Don't give it to him. Oh my god! Dude, you're cute, but no. Yeah. Didn't know we ordered our lunch with guests. Cheeky. Well, I like them when they're not trying to steal my food. It's worse than the dog staring at me. We hope you enjoyed seeing a day in our life, balancing work as well as exploring the new areas that we find ourselves in while travelling in our bus. We're excited to continue making this our new normal by balancing working and also travelling while we're on the road. There's so many places that we're still yet to explore and so many plans for the future as well. So stick around because the next place we're going to is very special and close to our heart, and we can't wait to share it with you next time.